Because you're a baby.
Even right? 64 degrees? Because it really does feel like it's in the 30s. I'm shivering. This one says 60 degrees. And a low of 43.
Face it, you're a baby.
Yeah. It's the truth.
Baby, it's what's for dinner.
You're turning into a fat bastard all of a sudden.
Already there.
Whatever.
All right. You're live at 6:27. Whatever that means. One day we'll be live at 5. We're gonna rhyme. One day. One day we will rhyme. I swear you can't click on things on this freaking. Oh God. You can't click on things in this app. If you do, things get all messed up and funkified. Alrighty then. So, what you got today? Now that we are 13 days in, almost halfway with our NaPodPoMo.
I'm tired.
Tired?
I'm way past tired. I'm like new mom tired.
Okay, we need to get you to back up about 1 inch from your microphone because you're like, I think you're gonna like fall into it or eat it.
Neither one sound like fun.
I think you're gonna do it.
No, I don't wanna. Yeah, I'm new mom tired right now.
If you hear laughing, that's a crazy person in the basement. Are you over there clicking on games? Really? During the casting of the pod?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you just hurting people's feelings over there.
I am not hurting anyone's
Yes, you
feelings.
are. Yes, you are. And you didn't even stop. You just kept on playing. That's just wrong. Wrong action. That is wrong. Bad form. Bad form.
Oh, you know what I didn't do?
See, I just watched Hook.
Again?
We watched it at school
Oh.
last week. So, what you got for today? Anything? I'm tired. Podcast over. You can find us at. Is that how it works?
It's really, I'm there today. I don't know why. It's like by like 8:30.
You know what? You say that every day. If you don't know why you're tired every day,
No.
I would call it work.
That's not what I was gonna say. I don't know why, but by 8:30, my leg was really starting to swell. Like I could feel it, and I'm like, "What in the hell is going on?" So then I just looked at my steps before I came downstairs, and I've walked 10 flights of stairs. That could be why.
So you think you're tired because steps?
No, I think my leg was swelling at 8:30 this morning because of all the stairs I had walked.
And that's why you're tired?
I'm tired because I'm
Work.
Work.
See, I'm back to work again.
I'm tired because I'm not sleeping well and it's cold.
It is not cold.
Dude, it's cold.
Oh, God, you're such a baby.
I have my
Such a baby.
heavy sweatpants. I have a t-shirt, a fleece jacket, socks, and bunny slippers. And I'm still cold.
I asked my kids today, coming in from recess, if they were cold. And one of them said yes, but he's standing in front of me with a short sleeve shirt on and shorts. It's like, but if you're cold, why are you wearing no clothes?
And my kids come to school in parkas and beanies and
Okay, it's not that cold.
I swear to you, they're coming with gloves and
oh hell no! I've
and
had
a
one
beanie
kid
and-
coming to school with gloves on and a big giant scarf, and it's like, dude, the scarf's bigger than you.
yeah.
Why are you wearing a scarf?
And my kids have been doing it since October.
I don't know why.
Beginning of October.
But it's not cold. I mean, I'm going to this class, like going to school this morning.
Yeah.
It was not cold.
No, not at all.
Okay, so I had on a t-shirt, just a regular button-down shirt, pants, regular, nothing,
clothes.
no jacket, no nothing.
Yep.
But on the way back,
It was chilly on our way back.
For whatever reason, the Hawk wanted to have a visit to Mexico. That's what it felt like.
Because it was chilly.
Well, it was windy. It was very windy and chilly. I mean, it was like, where did this come from?
Yeah.
Because we hadn't felt it all day.
No, in fact, at one point during the day, my classroom windows were open because it was too warm in there. And by 2 o'clock, I was like, close the door, close the windows, do not open those things again because it's too cold.
Give me my fuzzy bunny slippers.
I wanted a cup of tea and a blankie.
Why don't you make a cup of tea then?
I have some spice cider.
I'm talking about at school.
Where do I make a cup of tea?
I don't know. You only need hot water.
But I don't even have hot water.
I think there's hot water in that machine in coordination.
That would mean I'd actually have to have time to leave my classroom.
No, you go to the bathroom. You do what our students do.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I have so many students that what they do is they say, "Teacher, I need to get my notebook out of my locker." Now, because of the situation where we are with these lockers, it kind of becomes a thing where it's like you got to let the child go because they kind of never really had, like, they didn't know that to get it.
Yeah.
So you have to let them go. Okay. So you let them go. And then they come back into the room. They don't have anything in their hand. You've been gone 10 minutes.
Right.
What were you
Your
doing?
locker is 6 steps outside the door.
Exactly.
Like literally 6 steps
And
outside
then
the door.
They go into their bag and there's their thing. It's like, you were in the room first. Why didn't you look in the bag first?
They knew it was in the bag.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you have to go to the bathroom. You come back with tea.
I got this little motherfucker.
Just don't tell everybody. Don't ask where the tea came from.
Right.
Because it came from somewhere in the bathroom.
I got these 2 boys. We have meetings with their parents this week. This is how bad it's getting. But they'll say, "Mrs. Farr, can I go to the bathroom?" Now, I usually never tell a child, no, they can't go to the bathroom. But they have a rule where only one boy and one girl can be out at the same time. Because otherwise they play in the bathrooms.
Or in the hallway.
Or both.
Or they duck down next to your rooms so nobody can see them from across the way and they talk to each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
like they can't be seen.
Right. So today the boy says, "Mrs. Farr, can I go to the bathroom?" I said, "Yes, go." 12 minutes later, he's still not back. And I'm like, okay. And his friend's like, "Mrs. Farr, can I go to the bathroom?" I was like, "No. You're going to have to wait for your friend to come back." And then he tries to sneak out of the classroom. I was like, "Where are you going, dude?" "I have to go to the bathroom." "No. You've been 6 times today already. No, you're good. If I don't get to go once during the day, I'm going to cap you off at 6. Because all they want to do is go meet other kids from different rooms and hang out in the bathroom. Hell, I caught one of my co-teachers' students. He was hanging in the hallway between the 1st and 2nd floor, playing on the stairs. And then when I said something to him, where are you supposed to be? He took off running down the 1st grade hallway, ended up in the cafeteria. 2nd grader skipping school. Skipping class. And I went, dropped my kids off where they needed to go, and came back, and he still wasn't back. 30 minutes later, he still wasn't back. I was like, okay. They don't do anything about it. I just let them be. I don't care. Fall down, break your neck. Why are you so quiet over there?
Just terrible. I was looking at the Instagrams. Something came up on my thing, and I wanted to see why it came up on my thing. So, what did we decide last night? I'm too tired to remember.
I don't know.
What did we decide about the focus of the podcast?
That it's going to be multi-directional.
We decided the focus was going to be multi-directional.
That's basically what we decided.
That's what we decided. That we were that tired that our decision was we're going to do anything.
That's what we're doing already.
Oh my.
Maybe we'll have to go back and listen to find out what we said, but I'm pretty sure we didn't.
I don't like going back. I don't like hearing myself.
Oh, I like listening because.
Oh no.
You crack me up.
It's funny sometimes, but it's I don't like hearing myself.
Really?
Oh no.
I don't have that problem.
The sound of my voice inside my head is bad enough. The sound of my voice outside of my head is not good. I'm surprised that students even want to hear me talk.
Oh my goodness, Aaron, don't you know what your voice...
Okay, I think we're going again.
All right.
I don't know when this stopped. It stopped on us. It stopped mid-sentence. Here, hold on. Let's see if we can listen and find out what happened. Wait a moment. All right, we're back. We're good.
You fixed it?
No, it wasn't broken. It just stopped. All right. So, yeah, I hate to hear myself. Absolutely hate it. I think I've always hated it.
Well,
Maybe that's why I never went in acting. Never liked it. I'm not that interesting.
Them's lies.
It's so funny. I was just talking about that, not being that interesting for the vlog thing.
Uh-huh.
And Maddie, that works with Peter McKinnon, just did a vlog talking about that. He just did it. Like yesterday or the day before.
That's funny.
I thought that was hilarious. And he said all the things that I said. I'm not that interesting. It's like, why does anybody want to know anything about what I do and how I do it? It's so funny because his stuff is mostly travel stuff, and it's like product reviews and you know,
right.
tips and tricks and different ways of doing photography and videography and all that kind of stuff. He's not really talking about himself. He's just talking about stuff.
Right.
And he did a vlog, and he was like, this is kind of fun. Which was kind of funny. It's funny to see how these two guys are rubbing off on each other.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. So yeah. What else you got?
I'm looking to see this whole Corona thing, if Corona's really going away.
Oh, yeah, the Corona thing. I'm sorry, but I do not think the Corona is going to go away in the States.
Corona dominates the U.S. beer imports.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't see it happening.
Today, it dominates. It says it dominates today's Mexican beer as a whole, accounts for 68% of the beer import into America. More than brews from the Netherlands, Germany, and Belgium. Corona leads that charge, ranking as the number one import. And they've been importing it since 1981.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no way in hell.
It's the Corona, man. You don't let the Corona go.
No.
I have a feeling that
it might go away here.
If they stop making it here, they will still be making it in the United States.
Well, they're making
because they're probably already making it.
They're actually making it in the border, like on the border of the U.S., and then it goes across the border. Mm-hmm. So what I just read that there were municipalities that were complaining that Corona was sucking up all the water from
like Coca-Cola,
right? Because they're making so much beer.
That's because people got to get their drink on.
It says that in 2016, they increased their production because the demand was so high in the U.S. for Corona.
Well, yeah.
And Modelo.
Yeah. I mean, duh, we ain't drinking Budweiser.
Ugh.
That shit is nasty.
Okay, so I don't know why they think it's going away in the States, but there's no way in hell.
Yeah, I don't think it's going away in the States.
Not when it's the number one imported beer, Mexican beer in the country.
Is it the number one imported beer, or is it the number one Mexican?
It's the number
beer?
one imported Mexican beer, but it's also the number one imported beer. It's higher than any other import.
Okay, that's the number one imported beer.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah. Because, Americans don't have complicated palates when it comes to beer.
No.
I mean, think about it. Budweiser became a big deal. It wasn't a great beer. It was that it got there cold. They created an infrastructure that everybody else couldn't really have. So you had these regional beers.
Yep.
And then you had Budweiser that could be taken all over the country because of their refrigerated cargo containers.
Yep. And Coors.
Refrigerated train cars.
Yes.
Using blocks of ice.
Yingling is still probably the best domestic that we've had.
Oh, I know it's the oldest.
It was probably the tastiest because I drank their beer out of a can and I liked it.
I mean,
I've never liked a can of beer ever. And there was one of them that I liked that I don't normally, was the pale ale. I don't
remember now. It was too long ago and I haven't had it since.
But I don't really like pale ale and I like that. So as far as I'm concerned, that's the best domestic.
But I mean, as far as like beers go, Coors is not good. Milwaukee's best, really. Milwaukee's worst. And then you get the whole, what's that, Michelob and
gross.
Schlitz.
Well, I've never had that before. I've never had Milwaukee's best. I've never had. Okay, so it's easier for me to tell you the brands I've had. I've had Budweiser. I've had a Miller.
Hey, why you hating on the Miller, man? The High Life?
I've had a Miller.
Some Miller High Life in this funky joint.
I've had
You ain't had a Blatz.
No, I've not had a Blatz, but I've had Old English.
Blatz is my wait, are you trying to talk about some
OE?
8-ball?
Some OE.
Some OE?
OE.
Oh, well, the 8-ball then, 8-ball. Old English.
I've had Michelob.
Huh?
I've had Michelob. I'm not a fan.
There was one Michelob that was actually good. It had a really dark label. It was like
like a stout?
No. We don't drink any of that in America. It was but it was a Michelob, and it was I don't know. Oh, maybe I'm getting that. No, maybe I'm getting that label. No, there was a Michelob. It had a black label, I think.
Was that the extra light one though?
Oh, it wasn't extra light. And then there was the MGD. MGD was okay. It was tolerable. The Miller Genuine Draft.
Yeah.
But I remember Michelob.
Yes, Michelob Original has the black label. Thank you, Google. And there's an original lager.
Maybe that's it. It was. I remember one of the Michelobs was tolerable. The rest of them were like, ugh.
The ultralight is like
no
PGO.
Not ultralight. No, that's not good stuff. That's like drinking an old Duels.
Yep. It really, truly is like drinking no duels. It's like drinking Chinese beer. It's like piss water.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know.
You had a lot of Chinese beer over the years. I wonder if you can get Qingdao in the U.S.
Okay, we don't want to get that in the U.S. And why would anybody want that in the U.S.?
I don't know.
Qingdao is actually not a bad beer. It's just not a good beer. Like if you're in China and you're looking for beers, that's the one you want to get because it's the closest to a medium sort of okay. I can drink a couple of these beers, but you stack it up against all the other beers in the world. I mean, it's okay, but it's tolerable.
It's meh.
I had my LB said that That's the closest that he's gotten to a German beer in Asia.
Yeah.
So-
When we were in Hong Kong.
And he's lived in Germany for years, so
He's
he
there
knew.
now.
Well, I'm just saying before that meeting, he had lived in Germany and he could compare. I can't compare German beers, like German beer in Germany.
No, because we've never been.
Exactly.
We should go though, because we have friends there.
Yeah. Okay. You're the traveling gnome. I just get on the plane.
That's so true.
I just get on the plane. The gnome says move, and we move. Time to go. Get up.
This is when we're going, and this is the type of clothes you need to pack.
Exactly.
That's
The traveling gnome takes over.
yeah.
We need like a little music interlude to send it into gnome territory, the gnome world.
Oh my god.
That was pretty good.
That's
Don't steal
funny.
that. We might have to use that one. The
That-
gnome world.
That's funny.
He got it. He just got it. That was funny. It took him a second. What? Yeah, I guess make sure the bag is closed. Is the bag closed? Close the bag. Yeah, I got from my Secret Santa. I got some dish that I can't remember the name of.
I think it's written on there, isn't it? Something's written on it.
Aaron, look in that bag and see if there's something written on it. I didn't see anything written on it.
I did.
Is there anything written on the bag?
On the bag? No.
Oh, that's what I
On the
thought.
container.
On the container?
Container, it's like a brand name.
Yeah. It was just a repurposed container. So
Yeah, I haven't
Secret
gotten
Santa is in full swing.
I
I
haven't-
actually went. And I went and broke out my spy tools today
Did you know?
to get the gift into the cubby without going upstairs.
How'd you do that?
I enlisted the help of another.
Of another student?
No.
Another teacher?
Yes. So then they had to go.
You know
And
that we're not
then-
supposed to give something every day. It's at least once a week until the 30th. And then on the
How many weeks is that? That's 2.
and then on the 30th we're supposed to exchange the big
Yeah,
gift.
I know, but that's 2 weeks.
3.
That sucks.
3 weeks.
That really sucks.
I know I haven't gotten anything yet.
Okay, maybe
I
you're gonna
probably
get some
won't.
big thing.
I doubt it.
Anyway, it might be because the idea is the way that this is usually done, and I don't know if this is what they're doing, but the way it's usually done, that whenever you do the give small things, you're supposed to guess who the person is that was giving you the gifts.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
And at least every place I've worked, that's what they've done. So it's like you get down to the day and then you get everybody in a room and you're like, everybody's looking at each other with the crazy eye, trying to figure out who was slipping them the good chocolate and the this and that and the this and there and all that good stuff. No summer sausage and cheese. But yeah. And then, it's like fun trying to figure out who that is. But the problem is we don't all work together. So I will never know who was giving something to me because honestly, I don't
We're
think
only in that room for
I
like
don't think
25
I've seen
seconds.
I don't think I've seen the person who I'm giving stuff to yet.
Oh.
If I have, I don't know who they are. So it's like, okay, well, it's going to be kind of difficult to pick out that it was me because you don't see me and I don't see you. And I probably only seen you one time
Right?
or 2 times in some meeting or something. I honestly do not know who they are. So, oh well, Secret Santa. It's on. I'm popping. I'm thoroughly enthused. Can't you tell?
I'm going to have to make some candies or something. I haven't done that in a long time.
It feels like Monday. Sad Monday.
It does.
I mean, I don't know. It's like we got the fall blues. They got the wildfires are burning people out their house and home.
Yep.
You got Trump being an absolute idiot.
Ass hat of the century.
It's like, damn. It's like just when you thought it couldn't get worse, this dude opens up his Twitter account again.
Opens his fucking mouth.
Well, that's even more. That's always bad. I mean, it's just like, oh my God, what in the world is going on here? You got a president of the United States that went to commemorate World War I and he couldn't go outside in the rain. What the hell? These guys were in trenches for months, dying, getting trench foot, having problems and all. This dude can't go out in the rain.
I was reading.
Orangutans can go in the rain. I'm telling you. I've seen it. I've seen pictures.
I was reading something that
The hell?
some columnist had written about Trump and his disrespect for the veterans and how his family had been in the U.S. for over 100 years and not one single member of his family had ever served in the military.
Whose family?
Trump's. And
Really?
that's why he has absolutely no respect or regard for
People who serve in the military.
people who serve. Yep.
I mean,
And how disgusting it is that he claims he does, even though he shows every minute of every day that he doesn't.
That was my plan for years. Was to go into the Marines.
Ooh, why would you do that?
When I was in high school.
Ugh, no.
That's where I was on my way. I was gonna go. Nobody knew. I didn't tell anybody. But I had been researching them and learning about them.
Why would you choose to go into the military?
No. I guess maybe I was thinking if I couldn't go to university or whatever, that's where I was going to go.
As a way to pay for college later?
No, it wasn't even about college. It was if I can't go to university, I'm going to go into the Marines. You got to remember, my whole thing was as soon as I graduated high school, I had to get out. So you got to remember that.
Like you were told to get out, or you just felt the need to get out?
No, I felt that I was supposed to get out.
Yeah, I remember that feeling.
So it wasn't that anybody said you have to go when you. Well, I wonder if my mom ever did say that. She might have said something similar to that, like you either got to get a job or you got to go to university.
Yeah,
she might have said that.
Yeah.
But it was. I don't think she ever said you had to get out. Like getting out was not the thing for her. For her was taking responsibility for feeding yourself or whatever. So
I started doing that at 16. So
well, if you stayed, you had to have a job, and I already had a job at 16, 15, 16. I was already working.
Oh, I had a student ask me today if we had a nanny that came to do our laundry and clean the house.
Nope.
And I looked at them and
got two of them.
I said, "Why? I have children." And they said, "Yes, you need someone to come in and clean the house and do the laundry." No. And I looked at them and I said, "But I have children.
No.
I have teenagers. Why would I hire someone to do that when I can send a text message and say, do this?
Get her done."
And they were like, "No, Mrs. Farr, you have to have somebody." I said, "Honey,
get her done.
We have two somebodies. They're at home right now washing laundry.
And they eat for free. Get her done."
I'm like, what? It blows me away. We have been asked the same question every single place we've lived outside of the U.S.
Yes, but that's because Westerners go to these places that we've been to, and they do that because it is exactly what we know it is. So cheap.
Yeah, because the one teacher, she had somebody that came once a week, and I think she paid like 25 yuan an hour, which is just rude because it's like $4 an hour, $3.50
right.
an hour.
Right.
And she would work her for 3 or 4 hours, have her scrub the floors and the walls and wash everything. And I'm like, but you're one person.
Well, they did the same thing in Thailand.
Why? Like the one mom that had a nanny or a maid, I understood kind of a little bit, because
A little bit, kind
she
of.
ran her own business. Her husband had his own business, and they had 3 kids. So I kind of understood needing a little help because she had 2 little ones. But I really don't get it because they were a couple. Why can't you work together?
Why can't you get it done?
Right.
I mean, I guess if you have money you can have people come in, but I never saw that as an option because
It's
okay,
not,
okay, like right now. Honestly, we sit around from 4 o'clock till we go to bed. I mean,
Right,
you're
till
talking about from 4
between
to
7 and
9,
9, you're right.
5 hours. I can't wash the dishes and do a load of laundry or 2, or you know what I mean? Yeah, there's lazy motherfuckers out there. Because honestly, that's not. I mean, really, you can't do that little bit every day.
right.
I mean, what does it take? I mean, I think what we are doing is we're making sure our children are equipped. So we're
Yes.
letting them do it right now.
Yep.
But when they're not around, we just get up and do it.
Right.
I mean, you don't even talk about it. You just go do it.
Yeah.
So,
And I
no.
think we just look at in the US, if your child cannot take care of themselves when it's time for them to go to college or to leave home, you are a failure as a parent.
You failed.
And so we're from the time they start, we're trying to teach them how to care for themselves, be independent, problem solve.
Do your thing.
Like, I remember when Keegan was 15 months old and she didn't want to take a bath anymore. She wanted to take a shower like a big girl because she was a big girl. And I'm thinking, but you're just a teeny tiny little 20-pound child. You should be taking a bath. But she insisted that she take a shower like a big girl. So I was doing my job if I'm trying to teach her to be independent. Even though I wanted her to stay a little bitty person.
Still wants her to stay a little bitty person, even though she's almost bigger than you.
Facts, folks. It's a facts. If I could get my children to stay little and stay with mama for the rest of their days, I would be happy.
No.
But they keep reminding me that that's just not going to happen and that I'm a crazy woman.
Yes. This is true.
I like being with our children. They're fun people.
They're downstairs in the basement. Ain't thinking about you.
I know.
Mm-hmm. See?
Sad but true.
See?
I did have a cool mommy-daughter night
Morris.
with Keegan, though, over the weekend. That was nice. Talking fashion and
There's no
travel and
fashion. You didn't tape it. You didn't get any B-roll. What's the problem?
mental health.
What's wrong with you? You have a phone. You didn't get no cool B-roll.
Whatever.
Like I
was
did
spending
yesterday.
time
I
with
got
my
cool
daughter.
B-roll. I got, what did I call it? I called it something.
I don't.
Can't remember what I called it on Instagram. It wasn't good B-roll. It was something else.
Smooth.
It wasn't smooth. I
What
got
was your-
B-roll of Karen smudging
Oh,
after the
epic.
podcast yesterday. Semi-epic B-roll. That's what it was. Semi-epic B-roll. That's exactly what I got. It ain't epic, but it is semi-epic.
But you know what? When all these folks were sniffling today, I just kind of was like, thank goodness for the sage. Because a whole bunch of teachers were sniffling today. I was like, you keep that shit to yourselves. And I talked to my best friend and her little girl, and they're both sick. I was like, you need some sage in your life. Smudge that stuff out of there.
Yeah, if you can. Why not?
Well, a lot of people don't know. They don't know the benefits of it. They think it's just weird or some hippy dippy stuff.
Because it is.
It is kind of hippy dippy.
Kind of. You said kind of.
It is, but it's Native American, so it's not really hippy dippy. It's
Native Americans are straight up hippie. I mean, the hippies were learning from the Native Americans. They were basically taking what Native Americans had been doing for years, and they just took it. Because basically living on the earth.
yeah.
I mean, not just on the earth, but taking as much as you can
And giving
without
back as much as
destroying
you can.
anything.
Yeah, like I'm preaching right now to all these people who are saying, "Oh, I need to rake my leaves." I'm like, just leave them. What's wrong with you? If you want a healthy
Everybody told me I was crazy for that, but I did it all every year.
Yep, and we had the biggest garden, we had the biggest flowers, we had the plushest grass in the neighborhood. So
And no chemicals.
none whatsoever. And people would come to our house, our yard, to get soil from my garden boxes to start their own because I had so many worms you couldn't turn over any soil without getting an entire shovel full of worms. So I'm spreading the news. Leave your leaves. Pile them up in your garden
Isn't
beds.
that why they're called leaves?
I would think so, but people, Americans are weird thinking we have to have everything pristine, and you don't. Just leave them alone. I would kill for some Honeycrisp apples. Think they have those here in Mexico?
Have what?
Honeycrisp apples.
Honey crisp apples. Mm-hmm. Man, what the hell are you talking about?
I want some Honeycrisp
Who the
apples.
hell walks around talking about the kind of apple?
A Michigander.
Exactly.
Duh.
Freaking Michigan people, man. They are all the way messed up in the head.
Listen, we know our apples.
They also voted for Trump.
Shut it. I
See?
didn't vote for Trump.
See? They voted for Rick Scott. No, Rick Scott? Yeah.
No.
No, what's the governor?
Snyder.
Snyder. Rick Snyder, right?
That was the guy
They
gone
voted
now.
for him,
Yeah.
and then he fucked up the water in Flint.
And killed folks.
And then they voted for Trump. You would have thought they would have learned after the first dude.
After he was killing folk.
They both things. They went from a Democrat to a Republican in both situations, and you would have thought they would have learned by now.
Maybe. But
No, they maybe did not.
They didn't.
I'll never forget the teacher that was complaining about cuts being made to teachers, and
They vote
they were
Republican.
so mad that they voted for that guy. It's like, dude, you didn't see his platform. He told you what he was going to do.
Right?
Trump told you what he was going to do. Why are you surprised?
Yeah.
Why did you vote for him? You didn't believe him? You thought he was lying?
I remember when I worked at the Discovery Center, and there was this teacher who was gung-ho Republican. And I just looked at her and I was like, but you're an educator. How do you vote Republican? And then when
There are Republican educators out there.
I understand. But then when our funds were cut because of the Republicans, she was all mad. And I looked at her and I said,
'cause
you
at that
voted
point,
for the
there was,
dude.
Wasn't the Republicans, didn't they have like control over the entire government?
Yep. I was like, you voted for them. How are you mad? You're mad at your choice? Because, we practice choice theory there. So it was always nice to like throw their choices back in their face.
You do it to the kids.
Yep.
Might as well do it to the teachers.
This is a choice you made.
You don't like your choice? Make a different choice.
That's right.
I say that to these kids like at so many times in a day. It's like your bad choices, and I say this all the time, your bad choices will only hurt you.
Yep.
Stop thinking. And I told one girl today, you should choose to be around other people.
Yes.
The people you're being, oh no, they're my friends.
No, they
I don't
are not.
care. You need to get away from them because you are studying, you are learning. They are not.
Right.
They're not here for that. They're here for something else. You need to stay away from these people so that you can learn and achieve your goals.
Right.
No, they're my friends. Okay, but that's your choice.
If they were your friends, they wouldn't do things to get you in trouble.
Oh, no, they're not getting her in trouble, but she's there. And the people that always hang around the bad influences,
Yep.
they're the ones that usually get caught up.
Yeah, they
and
are.
the person that is the bad influence, they are the ones that go skating around not getting in trouble.
Yep.
That
is the truth. I had a child today who was talking to somebody who was taking his exam. He was finished, but he was talking to someone who was still taking an exam. And I looked at him and I said, "Is this person your friend?" "Yes, Mrs. Farr." "Then why are you talking to them?" "Because while you're talking to them, that's cheating. And I'm going to have to take their exam now." "No, Mrs. Farr, I won't talk anymore." And I said, "It's kind of late, right? Look at number 5 on the board. Do not talk or I'll take the exam." Just, it's crazy to me that they have no sense of responsibility.
No. It's I think responsibility is definitely learned.
Yep.
And if you don't have people around constantly pushing that you need to take responsibility for your actions, then you never will.
No.
And we're dealing with a group of kids that are just not. They're being told by psychologists that they need to teach responsibility to their kids. I mean, think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
It
really
trips me out. Like, the first time I was in these parent meetings, and they're telling the parent how they should parent, and how the things that they should be teaching their child to do at home.
Seems like their parents would have told them what they should do with their children or.
And
their
I just looked at him
right?
like, wait a minute, what? You're teaching them how to parent? You're trying to tell them what they should and should not be doing with their child? And the idea was so foreign. Like, that's what they do in China. It's normal in China. But the idea here was like, whoa, wait, what? You're telling them that because they're a bad parent, they should put their second grader in therapy?
Yeah, I think they're quite over.
They're over.
What is the word? They're
And psychoanalyzing.
over dependent.
Yeah.
On psychologists and psychiatrists, and that's not where the problem is.
No.
In some of these cases, some of these kids have psychiatrists or psychologists, and they've been tested and nothing's come back.
Right.
So then why are they still paying for a psychiatrist?
They don't need one.
They don't need one.
They need a tutor.
Some of them.
They
But
need
it's
a
like,
parent.
I mean, why would the parents pay for a psychiatrist when the student has been tested and there's no need for a psychiatrist? I mean, you might have other needs, but it's not psychiatry. Mm-hmm. That's not where your issue is. But they're still paying for it because they
But the
think.
psychologists have to justify their position somewhere.
No, but I'm just saying, these are outside.
I know. They recommend these psychologists.
Yeah, but, then it becomes more of a racket then, because why would somebody who doesn't need a psychiatrist or psychologist have one?
Yeah.
Unless something else is going on, something in the home or whatever, there's emotional problems or underdevelopment or whatever, some other thing. But it has nothing to do with education, and the money that they're spending needs to go toward educating the child. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm totally lost. You got your thing over there yet?
Yeah.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You pulling up the stuff. You get.
I just did our grocery shopping.
No, don't start grocery shopping during
It's already
podcast.
done. I just paid for it. I did it before I came downstairs. Because,
You know what? I was
Supermama's
watching
on the app.
my good friend.
Oh, Lord.
My good friend, Mr. Peter McKinnon, and he was talking coffee because he was out. He was out one wheeling, and he was
One wheeling?
You don't know what a one wheel is?
Wow, you're
Oh my.
Oh dear God.
Okay,
Gotta go to
look.
Google.
So he was doing that, and he stopped off to this Mexican restaurant, and they said, or I guess it was on the menu, Mexican coffee. Now he's of course, an absolute coffee nut, but
He's a coffee bean.
he was describing Mexican coffee, and I'm thinking to myself, I think his wife's Mexican, but I'm thinking to myself, I haven't heard anybody here talk about coffee that's Mexican. Like if we went to Jamaica, they would tell us about Blue Mountain coffee.
Yes, they did.
Nobody here has talked about any.
No, I haven't heard
any
anybody talk
coffee.
about coffee.
I don't even know what Mexican coffee is. We've been here all this time. We're drinking regular old coffee. I mean, as far as I'm concerned,
I mean, well, we've
I don't know
had
what's Mexican about it.
We've had some that say they're Mexican coffees, like the ones I've bought. They've said,
But he was saying that it's like a naturally sweet coffee. It tastes sweet on its own. But I don't think I've had any of that. When we were at the hotel, I don't think we had anything like that. So I'm just sitting. I was like, that's kind of interesting that we've been in Mexico all this time and nobody has said anything about coffee. I mean, I literally call coffee my jugo de vida. Come on now, if it's my juice of life, shouldn't somebody be hooking me up
yeah.
with? You need to drink this. I mean, if I ask about tequila, they have all kinds of recommendations.
Oh yeah, they do.
But I haven't heard anything about no coffee. And the coffee that I see people drinking is one kind, Starbucks.
Yeah.
That's what I see people drinking. I don't
Because-
see people drinking anything
Well,
specially
that's because-
Mexican. And Starbucks doesn't have a Mexican version of their coffee.
They don't. But I think people drink Starbucks just as a status symbol.
No, I think they're drinking it like as a drinking symbol.
What?
Yeah, they're drinking Starbucks because they can get it, made their perfect way, and yeah. I mean, yeah. I think people. I mean, okay. Well, think of it this way: if you were out in the mall, where would you get coffee? If you just want coffee, you just want a coffee. You want to grab a coffee and go. You don't want to sit.
Starbucks.
You're going to go to Starbucks.
Because I don't even. Is there even another coffee place in the mall?
Well, there's lots of restaurants. They all serve coffee.
Yeah, but they don't serve coffee to go.
Well, they don't serve lattes and necessarily cappuccinos and all that kind. They might, but you know what I mean? That's the
I
thing.
need a caramel
Starbucks is kind
macchiato.
of it's like In and Out,
Yeah.
just
And
with a more expensive price.
we have a Starbucks within minutes, a walking minutes of our house.
What are you
which-
talking about? The Starbucks in the mall is within minutes.
It's a little bit further than the
It's
one
just
on
a
the
little bit
street.
further, but it's not. I mean, you're talking, and they're going to put another Starbucks in the mall next to the Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
So you're talking
that's
about
perfection right
So
there.
you're talking about like basically you could walk from from where we are right now, go to a Starbucks, drink the coffee while walking to the next Starbucks.
Yeah.
Get another coffee before you could finish the first coffee, and then walk through the mall and do the same thing again.
And
I
hit
mean,
up the
come on
Krispy
now.
Kreme right next
I
door.
bet you on that far corner where we used to go in and out all the time, I
Yeah.
bet you there's going to be a Starbucks over there somewhere. Just so that you could walk through the entire mall and keep hitting Starbucks before your coffee got cold.
I've only had one Starbucks in Mexico. And I probably would have more if I could figure out how to get the Mexican Starbucks app. Like I have my Chinese Starbucks app, but it doesn't, like my points and stuff don't transfer over.
I've never tried.
I have. Because I tried it when we were in Macau, and they wouldn't let me use it. But they would in Hong Kong. And Jess told me she tried to use her Chinese one here.
Yeah, but forget the Chinese one. You got to
Didn't
get the new one.
I know, but I want my points.
Okay, your points.
I'm a freaking gold member.
Your points are gone. You're not going back to China.
I also am not
You're not
happy.
going back to the Chinaman land.
I'm not. I'm also not happy that I lost all my Sephora stuff.
Okay, but you're still not going back to the Chinaman land. I mean, you're not going to be able to take advantage of any of that stuff.
Yeah, but I would have bought a new Sephora card here, but they don't even have them. What kind of bullshit is that? That means no freebies. That means no coupons. That means no special deals. I'm not, what?
They got a Starbucks Hong Kong.
I know. But I could use my Starbucks card there in Hong Kong. And I got my points and my discounts.
I'm saying, no matter what, I don't even see a Starbucks Mexico.
Well, apparently you have to change the app store, like change your region. And I tried that and I still couldn't find it.
I ain't changing nothing.
I changed it for like 35 seconds and then I switched back.
No, I think I really don't care because I really don't.
Just take our coffee cups and get them refilled. There's a discount there.
I mean, whatever. My biggest thing is I need to find this Mexican coffee. So if anybody knows anybody coffee that is particularly Mexican, like a brand name or something, because basically when you go to the store, you can't really tell this is Mexican coffee,
right?
Or
it says Mexican on some of the bags, like there's
but
that purple
is that
one.
Really Mexican coffee?
I have no idea.
Right, that's what I need to know. I need a brand name. I need a thing. I need somebody to talk to me, teach me. I want the coffee because it's my jugo de vida, and I need the coffee. Somebody actually asked me on Facebook if I had any good coffee in Mexico yet, and I was like, I don't know. I've had lots of coffee. I drink it every day. I don't know if it's so good because this is all I've had.
Yeah.
And in China, we were drinking what is that? Lavazza?
Yeah.
Lavazza? I don't know how to say it. But that's Italian or French or something.
I think it's Italian.
Yeah, and that's like crappy machine coffee. Except for the expensive ones that we were buying. We were buying some expensive ones.
We were?
Oh, yeah. I was getting the premium. I was getting that gold label shit.
You see how much I pay attention because I really didn't know.
I was getting the good stuff.
I had no clue.
Oh, yeah. We were getting the good stuff. Definitely.
Whatever makes you happy.
I wish I had the little coffee setup that I had in China.
Yeah. That was the shit.
Even though it was messed up because I put it on my desk and I still had to stand up to get to it.
Yep.
But
it was convenient.
Maybe I can get it again.
All
right.
I have my featured business.
You got a featured business?
Today's a charity, actually.
Today is a charity or today's business is a charity?
Today's business is a charity.
Well, let's kick it.
Okay, so it's Care for the Child. It's a charitable organization that raises funds to support the poor and vulnerable in Ghana. It teaches. They teach culture through traditional drumming and dance, and also welcome volunteers who want to have some positive impact on the kids and in their various fields of expertise, such as teaching, nursing, and other community services. For more information about how you can connect with Care for the Child, you can find them on Facebook at Care for the Child, and the 4 is the number 4, not the word. On Twitter at Care for the Child Africa, and email careforthechild@gmail.com. I'll post all of this information on our blog spot.
We have a spot?
We do. They don't have an Etsy.
It's Care for the Child, man. What are you going to do? Sell the child?
I would really like to go
on
and
Etsy?
teach.
Donate the child?
No, not that child. Can't you do something on it? I mean, you're
on Etsy?
On Etsy. So, couldn't you donate on Etsy?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I thought Etsy was just like an online store.
It is an online store. If you want to donate, you usually start like a GoFundMe page.
Oh, what's the one I said the other day, Aaron? I didn't say GoFundMe. What was it? What's one of the other...
Fund.
huh? No. It was Indiegogo.
Oh, yeah.
Indiegododo.
Oh, dear God.
For Aaron's dodos in his ark that he loves so much.
Oh, Lord.
See? Dodo's already dead. He needs an Indiegododo.
That day I came up and said that all my died, everything died.
Yeah, well, you better keep your stuff alive.
I have no hope it isn't.
Keep hope alive.
There's no hope when everything's dead.
So, what else you got over there, Miss Clickety Click Click? You over there reading emails?
I'm
you,
not
you
reading.
Done. You are done. You have started ignoring the people.
I am not reading the email. I was deleting because you have a friend. I don't know if she's a Sarah or not, but you have a friend, and her sister called her out saying she had like 1,500 or 1,700 unread emails in her inbox. And then she had like 51 unread text messages. And her sister was like, clean up your shit. And I
I
said,
don't know what you talking about.
in my household, my children do the same thing with the emails. And I will go in periodically and clean it up.
All right, so if I look at all my little
No,
notifications,
please don't do it to me.
my Messenger, I got 6 things I haven't read yet.
Why?
WeChat, I have 4.
Why?
Facebook, I have 70.
What?
Twitter, I have 20. WhatsApp, I have 2. And Instagram, I have 4. But wait, there's more.
Oh, my God.
In my email app on my phone, the number on the email app is 884.
What?
884 emails that I have not looked at yet.
Oh, that's just wrong.
Okay? So, honestly, don't care. If I look at just the Gmail, that's 273 right there. And that's the Gmail app. So, honestly, don't care about none of that stuff.
I have 4.
Shoot, I got eight things on YouTube alone.
I have 4 different email addresses on my phone that go into my inbox, and I only have 250. That's 4. No, wait, hold up. I have 5 different emails.
You have what?
I have 5 different email addresses that go into my inbox on my phone, and I only have 250.
250 what? Unread?
Unread. And I was just deleting a whole bunch of them right now.
So don't. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's the way it works. All right. That's all you got because you look like you've run out of steam.
I'm so tired. I don't even have the strength to read.
Okay.
That's sad.
Okay. You should go to bed.
Okay.
It's 7:30.
All right.
I went to bed early last night. I got some sleepage.
I try to go to
We
bed.
should do a whole podcast talking about sleep. Like leaving America and how the sleep schedule changes because especially not having a TV.
And not having a proper bed.
I don't think that's really my problem though.
It's been,
I've been doing this since Ben Chi.
Yeah.
Where my whole sleep schedule changed to like 9 to 4. 9 to 5. And I didn't even need to be up at any time. There was no day I needed to be up that early
No.
in Benji.
No. Yeah, it
Sure
gets
did.
light outside at 4 a.m.
It's way over there. It's pushed out. It's very east.
Yeah, it's super,
Like it's very east of the time zone.
Yeah. Yep.
China in its one time zone. All right. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll try to
explain that to somebody.
we will work on our energy level. I don't know how we do that. Maybe start drinking coffee at 2. Be wired by 5. All right, so if you want to find us on the YouTube, the Facebook, the Pinterest, the iTunes, or the Spotify, you can find us at The Traveling Fars. If you like that Twitter and Instagram, you can find us at Traveling Fars. If you like the email, where you can send us anything you need us to shout out or all that good stuff, any businesses, your business, your mama's business, your crazy uncle's business, whoever has got a business and you want us to shout them out, send it to us before the end of the month because we're doing it for free. travelingfars@gmail.com and the blog space, thetravelingfars.blueberry.net. No E's in the blueberry.